What's up, guys? Welcome back to Easy Philosophy, Part 3 of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Today, we will be talking about Habit 3, Put First Things First. Habit 2 states that you are the programmer. Habit 3 is write the program. As we said before, all things are created twice, in our mind and in the real world or reality. Today, we will be talking about the time it is created in the real world. Habit 3, put first things first, is where you take the steps and actions required to make your vision a reality. This is where we begin examining our daily routines and habits. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing in your life? It could be finishing school, to get in shape, being healthy, or family. The most important thing in your life is not Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, messages, Twitter, or WeChat. So why? Why do we spend so much time doing these useless things? That's why we need to get into the habit of putting first things first. You should always focus on the things that really matter instead of trivialities. Question your habits, hobbies, addictions, and scripts in your life. This is a perfect example of not putting first things first. Waking up late because you stayed up late watching TV last night. Eating a rushed and unhealthy breakfast. Stressing out because there's a ton of traffic. Being unorganized and rushed at work. Getting home and eating fast food because you're tired. And staying up late to watch TV. And doing it all over again, waking up late because you stayed up late watching TV last night. We all need a little help on time management. Most people write a to-do list and go through it in order from top to bottom. But this is not the way. Or, some people use a calendar, which is a decent practice, but one interruption and your whole game can be thrown off. So how do we manage all our time effectively? Well, guess what? There is another way. The best way is to categorize things by urgency and importance. Stephen developed a cool quad chart for this. And you need to categorize items in the following: urgent, not urgent, important, not important. Quadrant 1 is manage, crisis and pressing problems, demand and necessity, daily firefighting, be quick to delegate, important and urgent. Quadrant 2 is focus, on strategies and values, opportunity and planning, keep critical thinking, consider the macro, important but not urgent. This one is kinda complicated. This one is health, spending time with family, and exercising. This part is very important because this is where success, balance, and growth are found. Health is very important, but not urgent. Spending time with family is important, but not urgent. Exercising is very important as well, but not urgent. Quadrant 3 is avoid. Avoid interruptions in busy work. Illusion and deception, not your emergency. Minimize investment. This is urgent, but not important. Quadrant 4 is limit. The trivial and wasteful. Escape and waste. Entertainment only, used to minimize stress. This is not important or urgent. This is an example of someone who puts first things first. Joe wakes up early in the morning. He eats a healthy breakfast. Exercises for 30 minutes. Leaves just in time for a smooth drive to work. Good job. Joe works on the important things and not urgent things in Quadrant 2, works on emergencies if needed, delegates activities in Quadrant 3, and rejects Quadrant 4. Joe has a relaxing lunch and thinks about the rest of his day and plans the night. At the end of the workday, Joe closes out tasks and plans things for the next day. Joe gets home and prepares a healthy meal, reads, and goes to bed early. Joe has more time to think and reflect on his life, and he makes plans on where he wants to end up and who he wants to be. Basically, in habit 2, begin with the end in mind. If you look at two huge different examples, there's a huge difference. No one on their deathbed wishes they spent more time checking their Facebook or posting on their Instagram. Focus on what's important to you. Make it a priority. Okay guys, this is the summary. The first 3 habits will move you from being dependent to independent. The next 3 habits will move you from being independent to being interdependent. Interdependence is the highest level of what Stephen calls the maturity continuum. Keep in mind, you have to move from being dependent to being independent before you can be interdependent. The maturity continuum consists of 3 different levels. Level 1 is dependence, the relationship between a baby and their mother. The baby lacks inner strength, values, and purpose. This is the attitude of you. Level 2 is independence. To get here, you need to nail all the first 3 goals or habits. This is the attitude to I. Most people think independence is the highest level, but interdependence is the highest. Level 3 is interdependence. Interdependence is where you think like a team. You think like a family. A team mentality. We accomplish what we want together is the attitude of we. We can combine our talents and abilities to make something even better. Habits 4 to 6 will help you deal with people, how to read the needs of people, how to empathize, and how to cooperate.